Good evening, Mep here, Mep Investments. Another great day in the stock market. Um, let's take a look at what the markets did today. Supposedly, the CPI report came out a little bit softer than was anticipated. Well, it's pretty much in line. We had the Dow Jones up 0.64%, 216 points to 34,189. S&P up 39.83, up 0.34 percentage, 1356 up. Nasdaq up to 11,000, 0.64 percentage points, and the Russell was up 32 points, up 174 to 1876. VIX down to 1883, down 10%, down $2.26. The dollar got crushed. The dollar got annihilated today. I don't know if it pulls up the Dixie here, but here is the news. Dollar falls to nearly 9-month low versus euro after U.S. Inflation data. And gold hit 1900. Gold, the dollar was decimated. Let's take a look at it here in the after hours. It's basically at 102.31. It's been between 102.40 and 102.17. Remember, we talked about 105 being that key area, and it's well below it at this point. My model going into this year was weaker dollar. If you watch my prior videos, I've been talking about weaker dollar. I put all my eggs in my 401k in the Fidelity Overseas International Fund. I went in all. I just put all my chips in about $12 into this fund. It looks like we're breaking out here on the 6-month chart, and I expect this to see 15 and the old highs as the dollar rolls over. You want to be in international stocks. You don't want to be in you don't want to be in dollars, basically. You want to be in overseas stocks. You want to be international. You want to be in precious metals. And if you're going to be in American stocks, you got to make sure you're in good value stocks that pay a good dividend. That's my sense. If you want to go with, that's my 2 cents. If you want to go with miners and junior miners, you can do that too, or hold the physical metal. And commodities are the place to be as well. So the 401k is off to a good start, and the year for me has been a good start. And tomorrow is the second week, and we'll be down to 50 weeks left in the year. First 2 weeks I've been a winner. Today I was up 0.70%. Actually, no, I'm lying. I was up 1% today. Over 1% because I scalped the NASDAQ today for some nice profits. A couple $100 I was able to obtain in the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the futures. So the 10-year, when the inflation data came out, the 10-year got destroyed. Well, not destroyed. The Fed came in and bought the bonds. What I meant to say was that the interest rates got destroyed down lower. They didn't rise. Remember, when the Fed buys bonds, interest rates go down. When people sell bonds, or the Fed sells bonds, interest rates go up. Foreign currencies right now are a mixed bag. We have the pound over 120. The euro is almost at 110. The yen is a little bit green. And those are, for the most part, the ones that I keep my eye on. You got the peso at 0.052 and the loonie at 0.75 almost. I really don't mess with the currencies. Bitcoin's had a huge rally, and a lot of the Bitcoin names, correlated names, were up today. Bitcoin's at 18,870, up down 285. Oil had a nice day today. It's a little bit down in the after hours. We're at 78 bucks a barrel. S&P right under 4,000 at 39.95. Gold 1,900 and charging up. Meats are pretty solid. At hog 78 have fallen a little bit from the high 80s. Feeders have been steady, and so has cattle. Copper has been on a run. I got stopped out on my copper, and it's okay. I have physical copper to 418. Small caps down a little bit. Nasdaq down 42 under 11.5. Dow Jones 34,272 down 47. Nat gas incredibly under $4. Palladium and platinum are quiet. Silver about 24 almost. VIX under 20 here. These are the VIX futures. The VIX that I showed you is a different product. I think there were bullish reports on soybeans and corn today. Need to do some further reading on that. On the stock fronts, well, let's go to my orders today. So not much going on, because I'm being patient and looking for the right spots, and it's been pretty good so far and working for me so far this year. I got into Hormel Foods. They pay a dividend, so I want to collect the dividend, and I got into BGS, B&G Foods. Obviously, you can see my theme here with foods. Here were the scalps on the Nasdaq futures. I went short American Airlines and I went short Disney. Closed USO for a profit, Coin for a profit, Carvana for a small profit, and I shorted Mara, which is a Bitcoin correlated play. On the dividend watch list that I have going on here, I think the biggest winner today was, I want to say it was United Healthcare. Actually, it was IIPR. So I added a couple more. I looked for stocks that I like in this environment and that pay a dividend, and I added them here to this list that are from the Russell 2000. So IIPR, I think they're a REIT. I think they're really in the marijuana space. PNC, a bank. United Health. Cal-Maine was up a whopping $2.24. They do eggs. I really want to get into that name. And I also really want to study Chesapeake as well. I want to get into that name, an energy name. Total was up nicely today. I own the stock. Verizon did okay, and Verizon's been doing good, and I'm waiting for my dividend from them. Seagate keeps rocking. USB's doing well. Intel's back over 30. Pfizer, I got put some stock. I'm okay because I want to collect the dividend. Talk to you about BGS Food, BG Food, B&G Food. Annaly, I own, collect the dividend. Huntington Bank. Hasbro's been on a nice tear. Foot Locker getting the dividend. Cisco. Hormel, I told you I got into today. I own Conagra Foods, Philip Morris, Medtronic, and Cracker Barrel, which paid the dividend. Well, it's down because I think the dividend was today. So yeah, I'm doing great in my positions. Really, really happy so far with my performance this year. In one account, AGNC, I'm up 53 bucks, and the other retirement account, I'm up on Huntington Bank 188. I got into VFC, which makes Dickies and Timberland, up 110. They have a nice fat dividend. I got into Hormel today and BGS to get those dividends. Annaly up a little bit. These are the ones that I'm down here are just some bad option trades from last year, and I'll let them just expire, I guess, worthless or whatever, or if I can get out, I get out. And some of my bigger winners here: Intel up 766, Verizon 761, Hasbro 573, USB 561, Seagate 440, Cisco, Cracker Barrel, Total, Numa Mining. I got about 25 stocks in like different areas: food, some technology. I wish I had more energy. I got some healthcare. I got some REITs. Just trying to balance out the portfolio, and it's been working out. Let's go to so actually we have some good earnings tomorrow. So earnings season is around the corner. Um, where is earnings here? They used to have an earnings view calendar. All right, so Taiwan Semiconductor had a great day, even though they didn't really have a good guidance. Tomorrow we have Bank of America, J.P. Morgan, Delta, Wells Fargo, Citi, United Health Group, BlackRock, and those are the ones that mainly have one, two, three, four of the biggest banks in the world reporting tomorrow. So it'll be a good indication how the banks are doing. American Airlines reported today; they reported good, and Delta reports tomorrow. And the airlines were doing pretty good today, but I shorted American. So that's the news for earnings tomorrow. So tomorrow we have some big reports coming out, and then they'll start getting busy, and there'll be more action. Let's take a look at a couple of headlines, and maybe we could take a look at bar chart, and then wrap it up here on this Thursday. What's today? How many days are we into the year? Thursday, the 12th of 2023. So Nelson Peltz is an activist trying to get into Disney. Let's see why Singapore isn't imposing new travel rules on visitors from China. Asia Pacific shares trade mostly higher, and which I'm glad, because I got a lot of exposure in international markets right now with that FKIDX ETF mutual fund in my 401k. What do we got here? Futures flat. Apple CEO Tim Cook requests and receives 40% pay cut after shareholder vote. We have Ukraine war still going on. Zelensky says troops will get more ammo amid battle for Soldar. A lot of these articles are club and pro, so you can't really see them. Let's see what else we got going here. McMahon went back to WWE. Biden announced updates to student loan repayment, what borrowers need to know. JP Morgan shutters website to pay $174, accuses founder of fraud. We talked about Tim Cook. How a 37-year-old on Fiverr brings in 7 to 8 G's a month. Well, wow, that's amazing. Need to read his story, I guess. Prices are plummeting in Sweden. Funds are aggressively buying Chinese stocks. Here's why. I would do that with a grain of salt, because Chinese can be a little bit crooked with their accounting. You got to be careful with that. This guy's talking about a recession-proof portfolio for manager named stocks that fit the bill. I say you go with dividends, and you go with international exposure, commodities, and companies that can pass on the cost to consumers, and products that consumers cannot live without. That's my 2 cents on that. What else do we got here? And it's been working for me. The year has been so far excellent. Very, very happy. And I hope the trend continues. I'm just trying to stay focused. One of Warren Buffett's rules, rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. And I know he has another rule about focusing, and I need to study and learn more of his rules and make them part of my process and my mechanics. with my knowledge of futures and option spreads, being a net seller. I don't see much here. I mean, the headline was a big take on the inflation. That I didn't even see much here. Let's go to this. Where is the economy? Maybe it'll be here about inflation. Time for the Fed to declare victory on inflation? Not yet. I agree with that. I do not think it's time. Consumer price fell 0.1 in December, reflecting a slowdown in inflation. The consumer price index fell 0.01 in December, meeting expectation for the biggest drop since April of 2020. Excluding food energy, CPI rose 0.3, also in line with estimates. So everything was pretty much in line. But I still think that we have issues with inflation because I think the dollar, as interest rates fall, the dollar's going to fall. Thinking that the Fed's not going to raise as they should. A weaker dollar's going to mean that we're going to still have to pay more for goods. And the real things that have been falling in price, I know used cars have been coming down. New cars really haven't come down, but used cars have come down some. But they've come down some, but still the interest rate on a used car, depending on your credit, is much, much higher. So that car is still expensive. Just like housing, price of houses may have cooled off and maybe are falling in certain demographics, but the cost to maintain a house is not really coming down. Any maintenance to a house, costs are through the roof. Any supplies you need for the house, costs are through the roof. Interest rates have gone up, so if you want to buy a house, 6-7%, the mortgage is through the roof. Insurance companies are raising people's insurance policies on the homeowners higher, like by 20-30%. So the cost of ownership of a home is still up there. And rents, may have come down a little bit, but I don't think they're going to come down too much because ownership is hard in this environment. It's kind of unattainable, so the demand for rentals are going to stay there, in my opinion, unless your grandfather in a good lock rate, which makes no sense in getting rid of if you have a 2.9 or a 3% mortgage rate when rates right now are at 7%. It's a no-brainer. So, anyways, we got big bank reports tomorrow. I chimed in on the news. You guys know how I feel about the dollar and where you need to be. I've been collecting some dividends. Take a look at the options, but I mean, for the most part, everything was pretty green today. Alibaba was down, Google was down a little bit, but everything for the most part was up. Zscaler was down. Abiv, I've been trying to get filled in there. The good thing I got rid of my position when they lowered their EPS. I didn't even think about it. Their dividend's almost getting to 4%, so we'll see. I think the stock can still go lower, but I haven't been able to get filled in any options in there. I've been trying to sell put credit spread. I think today was a good day to short some of these non-profitable companies. I was trying to short Coinbase. I was trying to short Upstart, just to name a few, but I didn't get any fills. I'm being really picky and really waiting for my price to get filled at. Unless they pay a dividend, I'm really not interested right now in much of the stuff that doesn't pay dividend. I want to get paid, and when I start collecting some dividends, I'll show you guys how the dividends reflect in the account, etc., and maybe try and reinvest them in the same stock or different stocks. Anyways, like the video, share it, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.